Hola! What's good, everybody? Today we're going to be predicting all the announced Fight Night main events as of March 3rd, as of today, March 3rd, alright? We're gearing up for a banger night of fights this weekend, Oliveira versus Max Holloway for the BMF belt. My predictions for that will drop tomorrow, so stay tuned, alright? In the meantime, let's take a look and give some early predictions for these Fight Night. Let's get right into it. First Fight Night. After UFC 328, we're going to have Emmett versus Vallejos, alright? This is kind of mid, and it's in the Apex. It's kind of what it is in this Paramount era, right? We're getting some banger fight nights. We're getting some shit-ass fight nights. We're getting some good-ass events, some kind of shitty events. You know, the last event, Volk versus Lopez, was not the best ever. You know, it was a little bit slow. The main event was a little bit boring, although I'm very glad Volk won. And then we're getting some banger ones. This weekend's looking to be a banger. But yeah, man, we just got to deal with some of these fight nights, all right? Because why is Emmett, the big Josh Emmett, headlining a fucking main event in the big 2026, all right? Josh Emmett versus Vallejos. Now, I'm kind of biased for my Argentinian guys, all right? I'm not going to lie. Recently, I had an injury on my to both of my shoulders, and I'm going to the physiotherapist for it, right? And my physio is this guy. He's an Argentinian, and he just loves the UFC, and we just talk about it the whole time while I'm there at the physio. And he's always like, yeah, man. He's always glazing the fuck out of his Argentinian fighters. And, you know, sometimes the glaze is warranted, but sometimes it's not really. Like, for example, he was glazing Steban Rivovic, and he's a great, like, he's like an entertaining fighter, but he's not the best fighter of all time. But whatever, he was glazing Vallejos, and I do think Vallejos got it in this matchup. I believe, in general, the only way Emmett has, like, the tools he has to win a fight in the UFC against the top level, you know, especially like a young prospect, would be by fluke knockout. And, you know, I can't say fluke. He's not really a fluky flukester, but he does get knockouts. He does have a lot of power for the featherweight division. I believe him and Ilya was like the most power in the featherweight division by far, you know. But I think in this fight, it's just going to be a clear decision win for Kevin Vallejos. I just think he's better. I just think he's more explosive. He's way longer than Josh Emmett. You know, Josh Emmett's kind of small. He's kind of Volk size for the division. He has really good leg kicks. He has really good range. His range management is really good. Like, he's really good. He's up there for a reason. You know, he's where he is right now today for a reason. He's super young. He's been in the UFC for not that long, but I believe he's like 24 or 20. Like, that's super young. And he came in KO over some random jobbers. Got a decision over Danny Silva. Got a knockout over Giga Chikadze. Like, Josh Emmett is a bit of a step up from Giga Chikadze, but it's not too much. And I believe Kevin Vallejos can take this by decision, and I think it's going to be easy for him, all right? He's going to have to be careful of the power, but it's going to be easy for him. Next, Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. Oh my God. I feel like I've been talking about this fight forever now. Every time I bring it up, like, this is the number one contender fight in the UFC featherweight division, but every time I bring it up, and I hear discourse of it online, I feel like people are talking about like it's going to be close. This is not going to be close. Bro, who has Evloev beat versus who has Murphy beat? Evloev's beat Diego Lopez. He's beat fucking Aljamain Sterling. Like, those two names alone, they're way better than anything Murphy's ever done. Bro, Murphy he beat Josh Emmett by boring-ass decision, right? Josh Emmett, the guy we just talked about. He beat Aaron Pico, which is a good win, right? But we don't really know what Aaron Pico is capable of in the UFC. He just came in. He was winning that fight against Murphy, which, by the way, doesn't look good because Evloev's a way better wrestler than Aaron Pico. But, man, I just think Evloev's going to wrestle the fuck out of Murphy. Like, there's no way Murphy wins this fight, in my opinion. He'd have to knock out Evloev, and I think the spinning elbow was a fluke. Well, a fluke. You know, everything is, I say fluke, but I just think it's not something that's you can repeat. You know, you watch Ilya knock someone out, you watch Pereira knock someone out, you're like, all right, these guys knock people out. Like, this is what they do. Lerone Murphy does not knock people out, all right? Movsar Evloev wrestle fucks people, and that's something we know he does. He's great. He's fast on the feet. He's fast in the wrestling. He actually has underrated striking. I think Evloev takes this, and I don't think it's close. I think Evloev takes this easily, all right? I'm willing to put my firstborn child on Evloev winning this fight. And I think it's going to be like, retrospectively, we're going to talk about Lerone Murphy not being that good, and I think it's going to be valid. Because right now he has a lot of hype. You know, some people were talking about him skipping Evloev for the featherweight title, which is crazy, right? Because 1 win ago, no one was saying that. Beats Aaron Pico, who wasn't even fucking ranked at the time, had just come into the UFC, and now give this man a fucking title shot. That's insane, all right? We're going to look back. We're going to talk about this as a fight that we should have known Evloev was going to win. That's what's going to happen. Give me Evloev winning this by decision in dominant fashion, all right? 5-round decision, dominant fashion. Easy. Easy work for Evloev. Next, Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Lord have mercy. This is some real tragic matchmaking, man. Like, if you told me when Joe Pyfer came into the UFC that he'd be fighting Israel Adesanya at some point, bro, I would not have believed you, okay? Because Izzy would have to fall way off, and Pyfer would have to just, like, make his way. Bro, Joe Pyfer is not that good of a fighter, you know? He's at middleweight, which is like into the heavier weight classes, which is when we start to disregard skill a little bit, you know? We start to get fucking the Derek Lewis's of the world. We start to get the, let's see, who's a blob ass fight, like who's a non-skilled fighter in the light heavyweight division, like Johnny Walker. You know, we start to get people that can get away with not being that good because of their size. But man, Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Oh, I really want Israel to win this one. I want Adesanya to win this one, man. I've never been the biggest fan of Adesanya, right? But him losing this fight, it would really mean that it's gone. Like, it's really over. Because what's his last couple fights? Loses the belt to Pereira at middleweight. Gets it back. Great, you know, great for him. Loses it immediately to Strickland, right? Strickland, so he takes some time off. Strickland loses the belt to DDP. DDP defends the belt against Adesanya, so that's another loss for Adesanya. And then Adesanya comes back, fights Imavov, who's moving up the division, right? And he gets knocked out. Like, this is some real, like, he's been finished twice. 3 of his last 4 losses have been by finish. He got finished by Pereira in the 5th round. He got finished by Dricus by submission. And he got knocked out by Imavov. Like, it looks really bad on paper. But I just don't think it's that bad, really. And I don't think Pyfer can finish him. Pyfer's not as fast as Imavov. Pyfer's not as skillful. He doesn't have the combinations. Like, he just doesn't have the speed. That's literally what it boils down to. Maybe he has the power to knock Izzy out. But I don't think he's fast enough. And I think Israel has one more good win in him. I think he'd probably win this one, fight once more, win or lose, and then retire. But I think he can win this one. This is more of like a Hail Mary prayer pick, all right? I think he would be the favorite going in. I believe he would be like the slight favorite. But yeah, man. Give me Israel Adesanya. 5-round decision. Very emotional outcome. Like, I can imagine him winning and just like breaking down in tears, you know, like in the post-fight, he's like, man, they thought I was finished, whatever. This and that. Left and front. Like, just doing some random bullshit on the mic, right? Give me Adesanya winning this by decision. This might be a broken, like a little bit of a biased pick, but let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of this fight? Am I coping by picking Israel, or does he have an actual shot? All right. Next, Moicano versus Duncan. Now this is again some real bullshit of a main event for a fight night. Why am I watching Moicano fight Duncan? Like, what do you want me to talk about in this fight? The wrestling? I don't know. Duncan has a good guillotine. This is just gearing up to be a boring ass, like, split decision. Like, that's what I'm going to predict. This is going to be a split decision either way. Let's just say activity, you know, Moicano's a bit older. Duncan, you know, maybe he's a little bit more hungry. Let's say this goes to Duncan split decision. But this is like, neither one of these guys is going to want to shoot it on the other one, right? None of these guys are going to initiate the wrestling on each other because they're scared of each other's jiu-jitsu, right? And then on the feet, they're both ass. Like, they're not good on the feet. They're not good on the feet. They're going to be, like, avoiding the wrestling. This is just going to be, like, pitter-patter, super slow. At most, we're going to get, like, a nosebleed from one of these guys, all right? Give me Duncan by split decision. Like, predicting a split decision is nasty work, I know. But what do you, like, let's be for real. What is genuinely the goal here? What's genuinely going to happen in this fight? Bro, nothing. What's going to be the highlight? The highlight's going to be them walking out, all right? Next. Canada, Burns versus Malott. I'm sorry, Burns. Your time has come, all right? Mike Malott is not that good at the sport of MMA, all right? Mike Malott's not that good, but Gilbert Burns is just way past his prime. Like, it's really over, I think. Like, all right. Mike Malott came into the UFC. He has 6 wins and 1 loss, right? He came, he was like, all right, let's look like a real good prospect, you know? He wins against Mickey Gall, wins against some 2 randoms, wins against Adam Fugate, right? Loses to Dio Magny by ground and pound. That was a crazy upset. But other than that, he's looked great. Trevin Charles Radke, Kevin Holland. Like, these guys, they're good competition. And I think they're on the level that Gilbert Burns is now. If you'd made this match a year ago, no, like 2 years ago, I think this would be very competitive, and I would probably pick Burns, right? Assuming current form a lot versus Burns 2 years ago, I'd probably pick Burns. But now I think I have to pick Malott by decision, man. And like, you could pick Malott by finish because Gilbert Burns, he's shown he's pretty chinny. After that Chimaev fight, you know, everything started going downhill for him. But man, I think I have to get Malott by like boring, depressing decision over Burns, you know? It's not gonna be as tragic as what what's his name? The Ecuadorian. It's not gonna be as fucking depressing as what Michael Morales did to Burns, but Burns is on a 4-fight loss streak, lost to Bilal, lost to Jack, lost to Sean Brady, lost to Morales. 2 of those last fights were by like finish. So I just have to pick Malott. Malott by decision. It's gonna be sad. Gilbert Burns probably retires at this point. He's like 38, right? It's probably time. He's 38, 39. Like, it's probably time to retire, buddy. Next, Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley, all right? Now, this is a real banger. Like, I know these guys, maybe name value, right? Buckley is kind of a bigger name in the UFC. But these guys are real, like, this is like a real skilled matchup, honestly. And this is the best showing where we can see, did Buckley better his wrestling? Like, did he learn anything at all whatsoever from the Usman fight, okay? Buckley was looking great. I think he was like a 7-fight win streak before the Usman fight. He was beating ass. He beat Colby. He beat fucking... wait, who'd he beat? He beat people, alright? He beat motherfuckers' ass on the 7-fight win streak. But putting him up against Brady, that's like the real challenge. Because Brady, we saw him submit Leon Edwards. We saw him, he was making his way up the division. You know, he was basically the number 1 contender almost at welterweight for a little bit. And then he gets slammed out by Michael Morales, who stepped up in the rankings. You know, I think, was it short notice? A little bit short notice. This is a great fight. And I don't know, man. Like, my heart's telling me to go with Buckley, but my mind is telling me Brady, right? There's a couple, like, X factors in this fight. We saw Brady talking about moving down, or moving up or moving down? Moving down to lightweight, I believe, after losing to Michael Morales. Like, he must have been so disheartened seeing that fucking monster. Like, because Michael Morales is so big for that division. He's fucking huge. He looked like he was 2 weight classes above Sean Brady on the night. He must have gotten so discouraged thinking, man, I gotta leave the division. If that's his mindset coming into this fight, we gotta pick Buckley, of course. I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be like way closer than Buckley versus Usman was, and I think I'll go with Brady by decision. I don't see a finish either way. Of course, if anyone's going to finish anyone, it's going to be probably Buckley finishing Brady on the feet. We saw him get chinned. But I don't think Brady's going to want to stand at all with Buckley, and Buckley can't keep him at range the way Michael Morales did, all right? So we're going with Brady by decision against Buckley, and Buckley's going to have to bounce back. Going to have to bounce back against someone, man. But I love Buck. I hope he wins this fight. I just don't think he's going to, all right? Next, and lastly, in Perth, Australia, Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates, okay? Banger. Fucking banger, bro. This is perfectly like we talk about good fight nights, bad fight nights. This could be the co-main to a good stacked fucking pay-per-view. Like, tell me this can't be a perfect co-main to like a Volk main event. Or like a Pereira main event, you know, like something like that. That would be a banger co-main. And we're getting into the fight night, so this is real cinema. I'm hyped to see this fight. This is honestly what inspired me to make this video, because Jack Della Maddalena, slick boxer, great boxing on the feet, loves to mix it up, body head, like he's a great at mixing it up. He has good defense, you know. We saw him against wrestlers have good defense with the high guard. He keeps a high guard, he crunches up to prevent takedowns, you know. He keeps a hand down ready to fish for an underhook if they shoot down on him. Like we saw him in the Bilal fight, beating ass. We saw him get smudged by Islam. That was tragic. But in this fight, up against a power puncher, this is basically, do you think Carlos Prates in 25 minutes has time to fluke Jack? That's kind of what's going on here. Because it's like, can Jack be perfect for 25 minutes? Anyone who fights fucking Ngannou, anyone who fights Alex Pereira, they have to be perfect for this amount of time. because one shot can put you out. At welterweight, it's kind of like that for Protes. We've never seen Jack get finished in the UFC, but if there's one guy that's going to do it, it's going to be Protes. You know what I mean? I have to pick Jack by decision, just like by principle. I don't believe Protes is going to get finished. We haven't seen him get finished in the UFC either. He wasn't really that close to getting finished by Ian Gary, no matter what the narratives say, all right? Don't push that agenda. I think I have to go Jack Della Maddalena on principle, on the fact that he's a more defensive boxer, and it's just one of those situations. I'm not going to pick Protes to fluke him. I don't want it. My heart it's telling me don't do it. I don't want to pick Protes to fluke this guy. I want Jack to win. I want Jack to try to get the belt back, right? I love Protes. I love watching him fight, but I'm fine if he never touches the belt. I don't care if he never touches the belt. He's going to be entertaining no matter what he fights. I don't think he really cares about that belt that much. I think he cares more about the money. I'm sure he doesn't strike me as the guy who's had the UFC belt as his dream forever, right? So give me Jack Della Maddalena, staying perfect 25 minutes, staying defensively sound, maybe having a scary moment here and there. Maybe even he gets to rock Protes. But yeah, man, winning by decision, all right? Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of the fight nights we have coming up? I think we got some bangers, to be honest. What do you guys think of the basically the only fight that really matters here, right? Jack versus Protes. What do you think of that fight? Is it a title eliminator at welterweight? Is the next guy should that guy fight the winner or the loser of the next title fight? What do you guys think? What do you think of Israel versus Pyfer? That's gonna be a banger. I hope Izzy wins that one. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go take some multivitamin. All right.